Hello and welcome to our Impact Report for 2022-23. Like everyone, BBOWT has had a challenging year due to the impact of the cost of living crisis. But thanks to your generous support, we've continued to work hard towards our vision of more nature everywhere for everyone across Berkshire, Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire. Our achievements are only possible because of you, our members, as well as support from businesses, trusts, foundations and grants. And of course, our amazing volunteers. The amount of work they do week in, week out on our nature reserves, at our visitor and education centres and in our offices is just astonishing. I thank you all. We've now come to the end of the second year of our Wilder strategy, which has three main aims: to put nature into recovery, to empower people to act for nature, and to secure BBOWT's future. Here are some of the highlights from the last year that you've helped us achieve. Our 85 nature reserves, of course, remain at the heart of what we do. They are the jewels in our crown. So we were honoured that Warburg Nature Reserve was chosen to be part of an ancient canopy to honour the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee, recognising how special this area of woodland is. The hay meadow restoration at Upper Common, part of Chimney Meadows, continues to develop positively. In 2013, there were very few wildflowers present, and most of the field was grass. Last year, surveys showed that wildflowers had significantly increased. I'm pleased to say that there were some positive stories of our wildlife too. We recorded 19 common tern and 15 lapwing nests at College Lake. Great news, as both of these species are of conservation concern. A staggering 425 southern damselflies were counted at Parsonage Moor Nature Reserve in a single day last summer. And the new river channel at Duxford Old River, part of the Chimney Meadows Wetland Restoration Project, was opened fully. 9 species of fish are already using it, along with otters. We also continued our important badger vaccination and watervole recovery projects, and adder tracking continued at Greenham Common. But sadly, it's not all good news. The ongoing costs of tackling ash dieback on our nature reserves to keep them safe for our visitors and neighbours remains high. It's a huge drain on our finances that could be spent elsewhere. I'd like to thank everyone who generously donated to our ash dieback appeal this year, which helped us pay for the enormous costs of this work. Work continues beyond our nature reserves too, as we aim for 30% of our region to be well managed for nature by 2030. We've reinvigorated the Upper Thames Farmer Cluster, bringing together previous members and new landowners, all engaged in delivering nature's recovery across their land. We've completed a huge feasibility study across the Burnwood, Otmore and Ray region. Working with partners, we're creating an exciting vision for the future, with huge benefits for nature, climate and people.
The Reconnecting the Burnwood Otmore Ray initiative aims to restore nature and to help rural communities in this fascinating landscape. The landscape sits across the Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire border, and it contains nationally important habitats such as ancient woodlands and floodplain meadows. Rare species supported by these habitats include black and brown hair-streaked butterflies, curlew and Bechstein's bats. BBOWT has led a feasibility study to draw out the most immediate opportunities in this landscape, thanks to funding from Buckinghamshire Council. So over the last 18 months, more than 200 people were consulted, including environmental groups, local authorities, landowners, farmers and communities. Stakeholders have agreed on 6 priority project concepts, which will form the basis of a new landscape scale program of work. Some of the projects include a new farmer cluster group, nature connection and volunteering projects with local communities, and in the longer term, the creation of a wetland complex in the River Ray Valley.
But the pressures on nature and wildlife are immense and unrelenting. With inappropriate development, intensive agriculture and huge infrastructure schemes continuing at pace in our area. Earlier this year, the Wildlife Trust published a report showing how HS2 Limited got its calculations wrong for nature. It has undervalued natural habitats being destroyed by construction of the rail line and overvalued the impact of its nature compensation measures. Thousands of you signed an open letter calling for the government to put this right. We will continue to hold everyone involved to account so that nature doesn't pay such a high price for this project. I'm delighted that we now have more than 700 campaigners signed up as wildlife ambassadors. They have been key leaders on our Defend Nature campaign, opposing government plans that threaten our environment. We continue to speak up for nature on a local level too, and it's heartening to know that 96% of planning applications we responded to have been withdrawn, refused or amended with improved considerations for wildlife. With so much pressure on nature on our patch, this is an important win. Our nature reserves and work with landowners are only part of the story. We will only achieve nature's recovery by giving people the tools they need to protect and restore nature in their local area, in urban areas as well as rural ones. Our community network is growing and gives conservation groups an important place to come together to share tips and advice and support each other. I'm delighted that our environmental centre at Windsor Great Park has reopened. And our bursary programme enabled 25 classes from 15 local schools to enjoy fully funded visits to our education centres, which is wonderful. We now provide learning opportunities from nature tots through to rangers and offer adult courses too at our 5 education centres. And our volunteers are key to delivering this work.
I've been volunteering about 14 years at Sutton Courtenay, and I do various things. Mainly I'm involved in education. So it's mainly during the school holidays, so we have families in and they come and they do all sorts of trails, and today it's been Teddy Bear's Picnic, we do pond dipping, quite a variety of things, and occasionally when I can I come and join the Friday group who do sort of conservation work out here on the reserve.
The new wildlife garden here at Sutton Courtenay has been a great example of many strands of our work coming together.
We created a spec among the learning team for a garden that would be really accessible and user-friendly for the different groups and age groups we have. And then we worked with a garden designer, Laura Haybrook, who's based in Oxford, and she very kindly gave her time for free as a volunteer to help us design the specifics of the garden and the measuring and where everything went, so she helped a lot with that. And then in creating the garden we had help from our normal volunteer team here at Skeek, and also from some corporate volunteer groups, and a few different members of staff got involved as well. It's been really lovely seeing the children responding to the garden coming in. Just sometimes they're just wandering around the outside and parents asking, oh, do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? And they're learning what the different things are. A lot of surprise, things like the purple beans, never seen a purple bean, and then you pick it and they can eat it. Really positive response from children just getting involved. The toddlers, lovely. You've got little 2- and 3-year-olds coming along every month wanting to see their potato and where is their potato, and looking forward to digging them up.
The Nature Discovery Centre reopened after a much-needed revamp, with a new look visitor centre and 2 new bird hides made from converted shipping containers. It now has much more of a nature and sustainability focus and aims to encourage all visitors to do their bit for wildlife. During the year, we started 2 new exciting projects in urban areas, Slough and Reading in Berkshire, funded by the National Lottery Heritage Fund through the Next Door Nature Project. These focus on giving local communities the tools they need to help nature near them.
The point of this project is to bring more nature where people live and work, which is the ethos behind Next Door Nature.
We want to start from here, these gardening bits, and from community get together everyone under the one umbrella, and we want to build better community, better future.
Stuff I never knew before. So, you don't have to stop learning, do you, really? So at the end of the day, it's a good thing, it's a good feeling. And then I can show it to my son and teach my son that as well, so pass it down.
This year, we launched the Mellis Circle for individuals able to give transformational gifts to BBOWT and also the Legacy Society, aimed at thanking and honouring those individuals who chose to leave gifts to BBOWT in their wills. If you're part of these, thank you so much for your generous support of our work. It makes a huge difference when we come to making plans for the future. I'm delighted to say that we've ended the year on an incredible high, with over 28,700 memberships. That's 55,000 people. Wow. I'm sure this is down to the growing awareness of how important the natural world is for all our lives, and a recognition how BBOWT plays a key role in protecting and restoring wildlife locally. Thank you all for your support. We couldn't do any of this without you. This is just a snapshot of our work over the last financial year, and we're already steaming ahead with our plans for this one. As ever, so much of this is down to our amazing volunteers and members. Thank you for your support and for joining us in our vision of a wilder Berkshire, Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire. Together we can have a wilder future where we can all live and thrive.